I'm Dr. Vinil Taneja. And I have recently visited Dr. Hara's Global Health Laser Center in Delhi. So basically my problem was that I had back pain and I was diagnosed with piriformis syndrome. I was having immense pain in both my hip joints. Along with that, I was also having numbness and weakness in my left hand, with tingling and weakness in my two fingers, in my ring and little finger. So the diagnosis was query carpal tunnel syndrome or query some cervical compression. And I did start initially with medications, and I was recommended physiotherapy. So Dr. Hara is a close family friend. My brother is closely associated with him. So I came over. We thought that we would come to Dr. Hara and start off on the therapies and the treatments. So when I came, like he explained the entire process, the protocols that they follow, and he was very clear about what kind of treatments would be needed and which treatment should be given first and what should be given to me later, and typically how much time it would take for me to get the results from the therapy. So initially we started off with the laser therapies. There was a laser therapy, then there was also a cryo, a TT, Hero TT laser, which has a component of cryo with a very deep effect, very deep penetration. And also there were different lasers which were tried, laser therapies with different penetration. The protocol which was being followed was that initially all the therapy was targeted at reducing the inflammation, and so that and then once the inflammation was reduced, then the pain would obviously also subside down. So the treatments were very effective in reducing the pain. I mean, I did take, he did say I could take anti-inflammatory medications or NSAIDs with it, but I did not use too many of them. I relied more on his therapy because that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the effect of the therapy also, being a doctor myself, vis-a-vis how much the NSAIDs work. And initially, yes, it does take a while for the the effect to set in, but yes, as the treatments progress, there is a considerable reduction in the amount of pain. The mobility also increases. That takes a little while, but yes, the pain does go down. So initially, the different types of laser therapies were given. A focused laser therapy treatment was given, a shockwave therapy was given, and like every time I came for a visit, he would ask me my symptoms. The physiotherapy team would do the same, and they would have a discussion, and then they would go ahead with the next the therapy. They would keep combining different therapies. They would also keep telling me what was going to be done. So I was informed about what was going on, and then after this there was a focused decompression therapy for the spine, which was very effective. What it did was that once the inflammation came down, this has a very deep deep penetration, and moreover, besides that, it also helps in the regeneration, because once the inflammation comes down, what we need to do, we also need to have a regeneration of the structures which have been damaged. So the focused therapy later on, it helps you, the robotic therapy, decompression therapy, it helps to regenerate the damaged nerves and also the disc, the prolapsed disc, without the need for surgery. So all these treatments, I found that my mobility and my pain, my mobility was increasing as the days went by, and the pain also reduced considerably to almost no pain by the end of the therapy. In addition, when the decompression therapy was started, the team of physiotherapists and Dr. Hara, they got together and they started on exercises for me, to increase the mobility of the muscles, and you need to get the muscles active, because without that, obviously the improvement is not going to be that much. So it was a complete package, a complete protocol was followed, and it was being monitored. And yes, I could, as the therapies went by and as the days went by, I could make out the difference in my in my symptoms. And I was, by the time the therapy ended, I was symptom free and pain free. It's been almost now close to 6 months that I have taken the therapy, and my symptoms have not recurred. I've had mild pain sometimes in my hips, you know what, and that typically happens, like, you know, we are all supposed to take precautions. So if I sit for a prolonged period of time, then, you know, some amount of discomfort happens. Oh yes, and one more thing that was also told to me was, you know, the do's and the don'ts, you know, do not do this, do not, don't sit for long. I mean, we all have different do's and don'ts for the, you know, the symptoms or the disease that we have. So everything was explained to me, and I've had a wonderful experience at the clinic. It's very well maintained, well managed. The staff is courteous and they're very helpful. They're always there to, you know, answer all your queries and your questions. And Dr. Hara is readily available, and, you know, he's always there. And kudos to the team for doing a great job, and the very best wishes for them in the future. I would strongly suggest that if you have any physiotherapy needs, you should definitely come to the clinic, and I'm sure that you will get treatment and benefits from there. Thank you.